Within KAIROS, we can set up triggers. Now, triggers give us the ability to manipulate third-party hardware or even some native hardware in order to make a little bit of a smoother show. So in this example, I'm going to demonstrate how to make IP triggers to manipulate some of the commands for TechnoPoint, which is our dolly and totem system that we use with our PTZ cameras to make moves like sweeping back across the studio, while we have a subject to get some movement that isn't operated by a human being. So I go to config and triggers. Now, before I get into it, I had to set up a TCP server on the Tuning S software running computer so that the commands from KAIROS can talk to that software in order to drive the cameras in the space. I created one IP trigger just to demonstrate to you what's happening here. So if I go to config, triggers, I have this start totem A2 trigger here. Now, what that looks like on the inside, it's a TCP-based command with the specific port number and IP address, and the command is start and then the cell number within the bracket. So the cell number here is A2. But before I do that, I also have to create a cut command. Now, a cut command in the Tuning S software means to just reset the shot so that it can actually execute the sweeping movement, in this case, effectively and correctly. So all I have to do really is copy and paste it and just manipulate some of the settings. So I'm gonna do that right now. So copy that, paste it. It's gonna generate an identical command. It's gonna rename it just so I don't get confused. Cut. Totem A2, and then I'm gonna edit that. Instead of saying start, I'm gonna say cut. Same IP information, all that stuff is all good. I actually have to make sure I save it before I close out. That's one caveat you have to really make sure that you do. Otherwise, you can trip yourself up, as I have in the past. Save it. And then I can do the same thing. I'll make another one for stop. So let's stop, S-T-O-P. Edit that. Stop, A2. Save again. And now that I've created these three triggers, I can either put them into a macro to fire them off of a control surface or off the API, or I can just run them right from the software here to test them out. So to get going, I just have to select the correct trigger, press enter, and I'm looking over the screen over here, and it has locked in on the start point. You can watch camera 2, which is in program right now, to see this happening in real time. And then when I'm ready to start the move, all I have to do is press enter on start totem A2, and then that should get going, which it is based on the software, and you can see it moving in the screen. So it's just a sweeping motion back and forth that runs for about an hour and 5 minutes. Say an hour has gone by or whatever. All I have to do is press stop when I'm ready to stop the move, select on the icon, press enter, and again, it stops, no more movement. So that's a little bit about how IP triggers work in KAIROS.